Hi everybody, it's Carla from Casey Creates, and I have two little Christmas journals that I've been working on. I thought I would come and give you a peek. This is the back of them, and they're quite small. I created them thinking they would be nice just to journal in during the weeks before Christmas. And this one is about 6 by 5.5. And this one's about 5 by 4.5, I think. Anyway, I'll start with the little one first. It's got twine tying. It's sort of like a package, a rustic package that you might get in the mail. I thought that was a nice little mix of rustic with pretty. But it is a little earthy kind of with the plaids, and I just love the traditional colors of Christmas, red and green, and so I put the holly leaves and the little Merry Christmas emblem. And this is a little button that I covered with some super old vintage green velvet, and I just had a lot of fun stitching around the papers and collaging a little bit. And this is a little snowflake button that I attached, so you can see the cheesecloth sticking out and some of the lace. So I won't linger too long. It's pretty straightforward. There's a little pocket there that I folded over so you can see the torn edges of the paper, and then there's a faux postage stamp and some cute little tags that I just aged with ink on the edges. And this is one of my favorite images I use a lot. The girls carrying a big bundle of mistletoe with their dog. I love that image. You'll probably see more of that in my crafting. Reminds me of me and my sister playing outside when we were little. And this is some pretty plaid washi tape I found in a little piece of vellum. And this opens up into journaling space. And I trimmed it with some lace and a little bit of fabric. And Shara Fisher does these wonderful little snippets of fabric in between the pages, and I love that. I'm sure many of you probably do it too, but that's where I got it from. I love the way I happen to own one of her beautiful journals that I won in her challenge, and I love looking through it. It's a Christmas one. This is just tea-dyed paper doily, and another fun little tag with a pocket, and then you lift it and there's journaling paper. And these are just some various tags that fit down in that little pocket. And making these was just making me excited for Christmas. And this is a little corrugated cardboard reindeer, and I put it on tea-dyed tracing paper, and then another one of the lined paper that opens up. And this is an envelope I made out of the song Little Town of Bethlehem, and it's a pocket with a journaling card that tucks in there, but the phrases of all of the song are on the envelope, so if you felt like singing along, you could. You have all the words right there. And then there's also another pocket behind the envelope. I don't know, did I stick anything in there? No, I didn't. But you could tuck something behind it as well. And then I made a little corner pocket with some paper doily and stuffed it full with some tags. Oh, this is one that opens into a little some writing paper. And this is a faux envelope with a Christmas tree that you can write on the back, and then this is an envelope, so you can open it up and journal on the inside. I guess you could even tuck these in here. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I wonder what song is this? Oh, it's Hark the Herald Angels Sing. And then more tea-dyed paper and doily and little snippets of festive fabric, and then a little tip-in of lace or lacy fabric. This is kind of fun. I used one of those tiny little Tim Holtz paper clips, and then I printed on parchment paper an old Christmas advertising. So there's some fun little things that are priced in a really small amount for back. Well, I guess it might have been a lot of money back then. Anyway, that clips on there. Great. And then that's the end. I just wanted to flip through it really quick. But there's a belly band here and a bunch more tags. And I had a little fun hand stitching on this library envelope pocket type thing. And I have a couple tags that fit down in there. And a sweet little image. And a little organza bow with a button. And another one of those tiny little paper clips. And then there's a vintage Santa postcard. And another little journaling tag. And I made them to tuck down in this little belly band right here. And I guess I could clip them together with this little paper clip. So there's the small one. I just collaged on the back. And like I said, I tied it with this twine just to give it, oh, I think actually wrap it around twice like this so that it would resemble a package at Christmas. And then it also has a little fabric covered button bulldog clip. So that's the first one. I'm going to have a little sip of my coffee. This is the second one. Oh, this is the back. I was collaging, and then I had this really big Sugar Plum Dreams kind of label. I think it's like the label of Christmas candy, and I thought it was a little too big for anything inside, so I decided to stitch it on to the back. And this is the front. And I guess with all that's gone on in the world, I'm looking forward to the Christmas feel in the air and kind of the romanticized idea of Christmas. So it was really comforting to make these journals. And I tied them again, this one with some of the same twine, only green. So they're very similar, so I won't linger. This is a rusted old metal snowflake embellishment, and it's got the same Christmas label with tea-dyed cheesecloth. I don't know if you can see, I put a little glossy accented cardinal, and it's on some snow-covered holly and buttons. This was a little chipboard button that I sewed on, and another velvet covered button. And I have the same little corner pocket, only a different style here, the vintage little girl. And then there's some tags and another little pretty vintage postcard. and they all tuck in here. And I really enjoyed using these kind of handsome prints, kind of old-fashioned Christmas look. This was a tag on one of my husband's shirts, and I altered it. It's got a nice leather little string, and I made it into a mini journal. So it's got tea-dyed paper all throughout, and a little bit of that washi, and size, cute little size to tuck in the journal. And I just clipped it on with a bulb pen. And then these are papers that I copied front and back, so they have lines and nice old-fashioned images. Here's a tag that clips, you can pull it out and journal on it, and then it just tucks back under here. And then more with lines, a little bit more of that organza ribbon trimming the top, and the perfect size paper doily folded in half. It makes a nice little tip in. And then I have another one of the pockets that you can lift up and journal on the paper. There's several sheets here. And then there's a nice little old-fashioned image on the back, and a couple pretty little tags that tuck in here. It says Christmas wishes. And I had tea-dyed these in a way where I took this alcohol ink and water and alcohol and sprayed the papers instead of submerging them in tea, and it made them bleed a little bit, but I kind of like how it brought some of the red color through. There's another one of the corrugated reindeer. And then on this side, I love the sweet angel picture of the two little girls, and she's straightening her little sister's halo. So cute. And then this is a little, and since they're angels, I kind of made the tags all angel themed. So I have some of this pretty gold netting and an angel image, and it opens up and you can journal on that. And then I have a little cheesecloth trimmed tag that I stitched, and the tracing paper envelope with a couple more tags. And these are just kind of vintagey. This is a tablet with more writing paper that you can write on. And these tuck in here. So and then my angel tags go back in there, like so. And then there's more paper for journaling. Just a little Christmas coffee label. Some more journaling space. This is some of that really old vintage lace. It's supposed to be 100 years old. So I put a snippet of that in. Another really old-fashioned image. Paper doily. Another tag. Just says believe. And more journaling space. Another piece of that sparkly lacy fabric. Another journaling space. A little music note tab. I like this little tag. It's a Santa on a horse. Or is it a reindeer? It's a horse. And a vintage image of the church in the snow, and I love the little gingham tab with the vintage button. More journaling space. And that's the end. And then back here I've got a load more of tags, which really does help. If you need a quick gift tag, you can run and grab one out of your journal and put it on a gift. So I made several little tags. One says Joy, Merry Christmas, and Joy again. This is the little envelope I put them in. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. Oh, and a thank you note if you need to quick send out a thank you for a gift you received. There's one that I tucked in there. And then these are some treat labels. This one says what does this say? The old Evelyn recipe treats, handcrafted at the North Pole. Elvin. He must be an elf. There's that image I love. That would make a great little postcard or note card. And then this one opens up and you can journal inside. And they all tuck back in here. And these go in here. So I've gotten my Christmas crafting off the ground. I made a couple Christmas tags. Let's see if I can reach them. This is a angel tag I made, and it's just got all kinds of frilly, pretty lace and trim, and you can hang it if you want. There's a little loop, or you can journal on it. Well, you can journal on it, gift it as a card, and then it can hang. But I made the little flower out of vintage, that 100-year-old vintage lace, and then a pretty bling. I sometimes don't know what to do with the big bling until Christmas, and then it just seems appropriate. It's very pretty. I love that. And then this is just a teeny little brooch with some green rayon seam binding and some lace ribbon roses that I made. It's just kind of a what do you call, collage of snippets, and I turned it into a tag. And you can write to and from on the back, and it's a little small tag. It could also be an ornament, I guess, too. So I just wanted to come and visit with you for a minute and then have my afternoon cup of coffee and show you what I've been up to crafting wise. I hope you like them. Tell me what you think, and happy crafting. I'll see you again soon. Bye.